Hello. Hello, 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 hello. How are we all doing today? Little mini announcement before I start actually streaming properly. And I'll be saying this a few times today. I have no idea if I'll be streaming tomorrow. I have no idea if I'll even be at home tomorrow. I was talking to my friend that I'm going to see Deadpool with last night, and basically he said, hey, could you come like a week earlier than you'd planned? So I'm kind of in a weird position where I'm planning to not stream tomorrow, but also I'm gonna try and come up with a plan for a stream for tomorrow. All at the same time. So I'll let you guys know when I do. The secondary point of that bit, or the second bit of that point, is a bit more annoying for me. It means that I've got to, after the stream today, go and record a video for Thursday. Because there is no way in hell will I be recording tomorrow. How are we today? We're doing good. Kind of in a weird position where I might be not streaming tomorrow because change of plans and going to see Deadpool 2 a week earlier than I expected. Which is good because I mean it's a day off where I can chill and just do my own thing. So it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just inconvenient in that I've got to kind of rush recording a second video tonight and then get at least one of the 2 videos that I have recorded fully rendered and well, tomorrow's video fully rendered and uploaded, and then Thursday's video as close to that as I can. Which means, annoyingly for me, no iRacing for me tonight. Which I missed out yesterday as well for much the same reason. I was busy sorting out today's video. You have to say that I was supposed to go next week, but plans changed, so blah 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 blah. Literally changed last night at about midnight, shortly thereafter. So I'm gonna be up early in the morning. I have to try and arrange as much stuff as I can for the morning. Still breaking things as always, Benji, as always. How's this for skillful Bale stacking? Do love Sandy Bay. I think a lot of people do, Boy Bush. You're watching clips from Deadpool last night. I talked Landy into watching Deadpool the other day, and he didn't regret it. He did not regret it. Hello, Machiavelli Plays. Cause like, I keep saying to people how good Deadpool as a movie is, because it's just kind of movie that doesn't care about anything, including itself. And I don't think too many people realize what exactly that means for, you know, somebody watching. It's just a wonderful, beautiful comedy, the way that comedy should be done. What's my favorite map ever? Cobra Park Farm right now, but that's subject to change in the next few weeks or months as Oxygendavid continues work on Shamrock Valley and finishes it, and we get to have a look at it in game. So I've got a feeling it might well be Shamrock Valley once that releases. We're on second one this weekend. I'm going to see it potentially tomorrow, Nathan. It's out today. And, yeah. Cobra, yeah, the thing with Cobra is it always just gives you ideas. It's a map that just won't stop talking to you. At least for me. Like, the memories I have of Cobra aside, it just keeps talking to me, keeps giving me new ideas and new things that I could do. And there's, dang it, very few maps that kind of have that interaction. Like, I feel like I'm interacting with a living thing when I'm on Cobra. Hey, KB Simulation. Am I playing on PC? Yes, I am, MacBilly. Hence why I'm using MadXGS's Classics DLC, which is fantastic. KB Simulation, thank you very much for hitting that subscribe button. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. Do love some Sussex Farm. I'm not gone on Sussex Farm. I think it's too... It's too giantsy for me. Like... that... I was kind of looking at it again last night, kind of looking at maps, or the last couple of days. I was looking at it and I realised that, hang on, my issue isn't with how the map was made, it's how the map looks. And it looks like Giants made it, and that irritates me. Because I genuinely feel like Giants could make a fantastic map if they stopped with the square field nonsense, because that's the way the hired workers work. Maybe if you fix the hired workers, you might be able to get some interesting fields going, Giants. But I feel like Giants just kind of... the maps are the worst part of Farm Sim. Arm Bobcats 10 out of 10. I have it downloaded, I haven't tried it out yet. What else did I download today? I downloaded the Grassland Harrow and the Tether Pack. They were the only three things that really kind of immediately appealed to me. I'm sure that there'll be something else in the future from the mod hub that I've not spotted yet that will appeal to me, but they're the only three things today that really caught my eye. Yeah, Sussex Farm is kind of what happens when you make a UK map like Giants, and while it's really competent, really well done as a map, and I have no complaints about the way that it was made, the issue I have with Sussex Farm is that it's painfully generic. They're the only three things you downloaded today as well. I mean, the TS pack, I was never really gone on it. I felt like when it first came out that it was just lazy convert. In my opinion, it hasn't really changed despite the amount of work that ARM team put into it since. It's just kind of a, well, here, have this, you wanted it, there you go. The Bobcat, I was suspicious that it was just a convert of the Euro DZN Bobcat, but I received confirmation that it is not. It is their own model that just looks like it's from 2013. You have all the mods, can you join? No. Because I can guarantee you don't have all the mods, because I think I've got one or two that I've tweaked in here. Plus, this is single player, so... and I hate multiplayer with a passion. Can I turn... I can't turn that off. Well, it's got a Bale on. Dang it. Hate multiplayer with a passion. The sync screen is something that just needs to die. Giants, please. I'll consider multiplayer in FS19. I'll have a look at it. If they've got rid of the sync screen, I'll consider it. If they've got actual admin tools, I might even put a server back up. But until then, I'm steering clear. Because it's just hassle that I don't need. Hey, Dal. Indianas. Simulator game. You're watching me sim and another person playing an MP the other day. That would have been Fahy. Unless it was... was there an MP where Fahy wasn't there but Pedro was? Whenever someone joins. Yeah, and if you got like any sort of name recognition, which I like to think I do, even though it's not much, you get the trolls, especially if you're live streaming it, which, you know, to cover the server costs, of course I would be. Unless some fantastic company out there were to sponsor a server for me, hint hint, nudge nudge, send me emails please. No, like, there's not much that really would encourage me to make a server right now. Especially my past experience with having a server. Never mind the cost, which is, compared to what I make on YouTube, exorbitant. Hello, Dan. So what we're going to do once we get this hay stacked up on the trailer is we're going to bring it down to the yard. The Sims still have a server. He's getting a new one. He's got a new sponsor. And he's got a server going up with them. I don't know when. Possibly next week because he's in Plymouth this week. Sorting out his car, which is broken. Landy reckons the transmission's broken, which is not good. Do I have a Brody knob? Yes, I do have a Brody knob, which is what the knob on the steering wheel is called. No, it's not on my wheel currently, because I play a lot of iRacing, and putting on and taking off the Brody knob is annoying. And I don't like having the Brody knob on when I'm trying to do any sort of racing games, because it throws the wheel slightly off balance, and makes me think stuff that isn't happening is happening. Throws force feedback out of whack. You can secretly put the password in Discord so trolls can't get it. Well, then the trolls just join Discord instead. Right, that's the trailer as loaded as it's gonna get. Put the ramps up. Maybe shouldn't have done it as quickly as I tried to. Strap this down. Holy crap, everything's actually securely strapped for once. Broken gearbox sounds expensive, especially when it's an automatic. And it's, you'd recognize it as an Opel. It's actually a Vauxhall, but it's an... Oh, don't crash into the trailer. Okay, hold... Okay, 15 meters should be enough for you to not ram the trailer. Oh, you were trying to get 15 meters behind the Why are you struggling so much now? What? Who broke a gearbox? Sim did his car. We think it has gearbox. Well, it's got something wrong for sure. Landy reckons it's gearbox, which I trust Landy. He's a mechanic, or a qualified mechanic. So it's off to the main yard with this mini convoy. Yeah, Tommy, that's an expensive problem to have. And a painful one as well. Sound glitches, woo! You could also use Patreon for the server. Yeah, I mean, that is something I could do, is I could have it, much as I wouldn't want to, I could have it Patreon and sponsor only. Landy's a qualified mechanic, Eddie Boo, yeah. In much the same way as, you know, I'm a qualified scientist. Neither of us use our qualifications, but we have them. Are we enjoying the budget Miley Cyrus song currently playing, by the way, guys? Because this does sound like fake Miley Cyrus. Let's get the straps off. I'll need to get the ramps down. And now we get to do some stacking of bales. This is still on course, follow me. There we go. Just realized what I accidentally did there when everything jumped a bit. Just made your VTC virtual. Ah, very cool, KB. I don't play truck sims nearly as much as I could, or maybe should. For those of you who play Pro Mods, hold off on your truck for a while, because the latest update is out. So Pro Mods is dead until the Legacy patch comes out. Proclaimers flew in. I love the Proclaimers. I've been to see them live. Actually, twice I saw them live, and they're fantastic. Yellow Witchy. How you doing today? Bales for the Bale God. Where am I going? What am I trying to do there? Bio exam done today. Easy. Very nice, Massey. I told you it was easy. The science exams are really easy because all you gotta do is learn facts. History and stuff, you gotta kind of remember a lot more. I always find that you gotta remember a bit more with the likes of history and geography. With science, it's just kind of glorified maths most of the time. You have a hurty arm. Well, hurt the other one, and you won't feel the pain from the first one anymore. The song is annoyingly catchy. It kind of is, isn't it? So let's get this stacking done correctly. Because I noticed that stack there is missing a bale from the top. What if I grab the bale from here? Very gently and carefully, he said, forebodingly, gently and carefully place it on top there, and didn't pull the entire stack down while reversing, like that. So this thing's four-wheel drive all the time, even with drive control. That's kind of interesting. What science did I qualify in? Biomedical science with a focus on microbiology. So, effectively a microbiology degree that has a fancy bit before it. We'll just grab these two bales and pop these on top of the triple stack that I just put up there. Ta-da! Professional level bale stacking right there. Am I Irish? Yes. The common solution for that, which is you cut the arm off. That'll solve all of your problems. You will not feel pain in that arm anymore. Let's try this carefully. Nope. That ain't gonna work. That's locked onto everything. Can't say it's a bad solution, because, I mean, it's technically correct. Which is the best kind of correct. Let's try taking these three. Which shouldn't cause a problem. Doesn't cause a problem. Fantastic. How forward did that go? 4-4. Okay. Hey, Oxy. How you doing today, dude? Let's get this squeezed in there like that. Nothing's as fun like using inappropriately tiny equipment on a map like this. So it doesn't particularly matter where I pop this right now because I'm gonna take the top bale off. Just plonk it down over here somewhere. The reason I'm doing this is because I can only reach 5 bales high with this loader. Why don't I use a telehandler? Because I don't have one on the map and I can't afford one and I'm not doing money cheats, Dan. So there's 3 good reasons for you, but when I can afford one, I already know which one I'm gonna get, and it's gonna be the load all, because of course it is. Yeah, on this map, hence the challenge bit, I am very heavily limiting what I can do, so I'll just bring up this scene over here. Not allowed to use the money cheat. I derped. You can't see it, but I did. Not allowed to use the money cheat. Only allowed 2 hard workers at a time. Courseplay included as a hard worker for the purposes of the challenge. I have to have at least one of every animal at all times, even the ones that I don't want to do. Here's your link for the spike. It's from the Straw Harvest add-on, Clytus. First ploughing, 3-stage for no UAL, so no magic auto stackers. I have to use the in-game auto stackers or manual stacking at all times. You can hear me working away in the background, by the way. I'm just doing some more stacking. Gotta transport the animals manually. Normal difficulty and growth. Grass size only. I'm not allowed to do corn or whole crop, as was pointed out the other day. And I've got to have withering on all the damn time, which causes some issues when I'm skipping through night. As I've discovered. I may do a bit of cheating and turn withering off at night because of the normal growth thing. Seems to result in a bit more withering than maybe would make sense. Hello, Yuso and Massey. Just realised the money. Yeah, that's one of the interesting problems. Is I'm gonna be very tight on cash. John, you're not late. We've only been going for half an hour. We have got about an hour and a half left in the stream. Bit more than that even. Matt did a brilliant job getting the Ackerman of this Massey. Just tight enough that it can do a tight turn, but not so tight that it can spin on the spot. Which is a balancing act, I am sure. So if you're wondering what the reasoning behind me collecting up so many bales is, it's because I want to get more cows in the next growth cycle. Once the canola, I've gotten most of the fields, is grown. And I want to have food ready. This is Matt's Massey VF. I love Peter J's, but I think Matt's 390T is just slightly better. For kind of what I like in a tractor. I've come from being, you know, the guy that wants every script under the sun in a tractor. I'm now the guy that just wants really beautifully high detailed models. and the scripts are just kind of an added bonus after the fact. The SC Dublin Kilkenny, I do not care for sports. I watch motor racing and that's about it. I'll watch like bits of rugby now and then, but I mean, when I can sit down on a Saturday or Sunday and just hop from race to race to race to race to race to race to race, why would I want to watch some guys running around after a ball when I can watch guys pushing themselves to the absolute limits of their ability? Hello, Daniel Hauser. Yeah, that is a field type issue. You've gone over the 32 the Giants allows. Hopefully in FS19 they'll allow 64, which will prevent that, well, not prevent, but kind of guard against that problem. Is this song played entirely with rubber chickens? Is this the rubber chicken orchestra? Am I from Leinster? No, I'm from Munster. Going to Leinster potentially tomorrow, though. I'm maybe going to Dublin to watch a movie with a friend. Our team's Bobcat looks good. It looks... It's not the same one, but it looks very similar to EuroDZN's Bobcat from FS13. This song really sounds like it's just rubber chickens. I'm sorry, I can't get that out of my head now. It sounds like rubber chickens and chew toys for dogs. And I just can't get that idea out of my head now. Sound like a Limerick man? I'm from Tip, actually, John. You're terrible with your accents. Hope it will fix it. Hope so too. Okay, I refuse to believe this is anything but just people squeezing chew toys. I refuse to believe anything but that now. Just auto-tuned rubber chickens. And the percussion is them slapping the rubber chickens. Am I making up lore for a song now? It's like toy horns. Yeah, but rubber chickens would be funnier, just seeing somebody... Like, I'm just visualizing somebody in a recording booth holding a rubber chicken up to the microphone, just being like... Bad snow and storm, about 6 inches or so. Wasn't too... well, 6-8 inches. Wasn't too bad, but we basically were stuck in the house for a day or two. Well, I say stuck in the house. We couldn't be bothered leaving because there was snow. And we didn't feel like going anywhere. So we just kind of stayed inside and enjoyed a day of warmth. Sang Let It Snow all day. You know the song. The weather outside is frightful, the fire is so delightful. Since there's no place to go, let it snow. So this was back in March. So you walk in, you hear slapping rubber chickens. I mean, Farming Man, were you expecting to hear something serious coming into my stream? Like, where is snow? Snow is in sky, Yuso. Snow come from sky. Snow gods say hello every so often. So I'm gonna do this load as I'm gonna just pile it up like this. which is why I brought the ramps down immediately. I'm just going to stack it row by, or layer by layer as I go along, because I don't know how many bales we're going to get. You know that. Well, then why did you ask? Hello, Adam. What'd you miss? You missed the Rubber Chicken Symphony, and you saw getting confused by snow. Hello, Rusted Potato. Hello to Yorkshire. I swear if I were to tweet out, like, quick synopses of the streams, it would end up like Dara O'Brien's Twitter feed with just random sentences strung together, because the most random stuff happens in these streams. Why wasn't there a stream yesterday? Long story short, I thought Sim would be streaming yesterday. I didn't realise he was down in Plymouth. So I was going to stream from 4 till 6. And I woke up late, a lot later than 4. Or I was up later than 4 and ready later than 4. It was nearly 5 by the time I was ready. And I needed to record for today and get maps set up and stuff, so I decided, okay, do you know what, I'm gonna just not stream today, and instead I'm gonna get myself ahead in terms of, did my mic not mute when I sneezed? I hope my mic muted when I sneezed, because I did press the mute button on my stream deck, but I think it might have been asleep at the time. So basically yesterday was just a litany of errors on my end. And I got Meadowgrove set up, and comically there was a new version of Meadowgrove, which I just kind of... It didn't. Oh! Angry look. Yeah, I pressed the mic mute button, apparently it didn't work. Thank you! Thank you, Stream Deck, for being so very useful occasionally. What I can do when I get to the yard with this load is I can stack it up properly, because it looks like there's only like, yeah, there's only gonna be like one bale on top of another bale. So yesterday I was trying to kind of get ahead and failed miserably. Today's plan was to get ahead. I failed miserably. Tomorrow's plan is I have no idea. Maybe be in Dublin for the day and chill out, which, yeah, maybe I need, I don't know. Thursday's plan is to get ahead by like a week anyway. The plan generally is to get ahead. Because I don't want to be recording every video the day before. Because it gets very stressful and results in me being not in the best of moods. So I'm going to try and bulk record at some point this week. Hopefully Thursday, I guess, if I'm AFK tomorrow. Maybe Friday. Then again, if I'm AFK tomorrow, it means I'll be in bed early. Because, you know, I'll be up super early tomorrow morning, by my standards. Actually, I might just get my dad to wake me up. I missed a bit. I know I missed a bale. I did not forget this bale. When am I going to make money? I'm 2.5k in debt. When the crops grow. Farming man, I've got canola planted in every field. So when the crops grow, we'll have a buttload of canola. But what I can do in the meantime is with Fast Track, I can pop the what trailer, the herps on the back, and bring it over to, or just fill it up with whatever grain I've got in storage still, other than barley, which is pig food, and we can sell that off. So we're gonna make a bit of money today. We're probably gonna get out of debt today. Let's get the 392 over into the yard first off. Do I know soybeans are worth more money? Yes, but you wouldn't realistically grow them in the UK. That's why I went canola. Plus canola has a much higher yield than soybeans. I went with the yield calculation for best crop for money more than the actual cost per, or actual price per thousand, because soybean yield is so low for balance reasons, effectively, that it's not worth growing soybeans as much as it is worth growing canola. And in fact, one of the most worthwhile crops to grow is wheat, if you want money. Some people do use beans as... People grow soybeans in the UK. Are you serious, CG? I'm not... are you actually serious? Because as far as I was aware, soybeans couldn't grow in the UK. Like canola, yeah, everybody grows that. I knew that. You know, I watched George Saunders too. Yes. I had no idea. Okay, so I can grow soybeans on this map somewhat realistically. Where's the fast track? There's the fast track. Let's get this down to the yard. Now you wonder what crops can't grow in America. Very few. America's got such a wide range of climates that most everything can grow. Not sure if soybeans, but they are beans. Hang on. Google time. Google time. Can soybeans grow in the UK? Okay, they can. I did it smart this time, Farringham, and I actually went to the web Google on my PC. So I've just learned that soybeans can be grown in the UK, which I had no idea about. Your beans go up to Muslims for Ramadan. It is probably then soybeans, JMF. Because the Ramadan diet is very restrictive and very extreme at times. After the fast, of course. Mr. OK, I'm not Landy. I might look vague. I might also be fat, have bad hair and a bad beard. I am not Landy, kid. Will there be a mushroom farm next farm single? Roasted potato, I'm gonna say no. I hope not. I prefer to see a continuation of the sugarcane experiment, where giants are introducing crops that are farmed differently. So I'd like to see on the presumable US map, I'd love to see cotton, because that requires specialist equipment. And on what is rumoured to be an Italian map, again, we have no actual evidence of this until E3 next month. In about a month's time we'll know. Until E3 we won't know this for sure, but there are rumors that the base map is going to be Italian this year, this time round, and if that's true, then you could expect maybe grapes, maybe olives as a new crop, which would be kind of awesome because they require specialist equipment as well. Personally, I'd like to see some sort of orchard farming coming into the game. I know Landy would as well. But I'd be happy with just kind of new ways of farming in the game, because at the moment it's kind of... I mean this in the best way possible. Boring and repetitive. Thomas Hope, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. I shouldn't have stacked these 3 high. I hope you enjoy your stay. Should not have stacked these 3 high, because I need to get this one off and onto that bale there. Orchards, 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 orchards. FS13 traffic. Please come back. I'm sick and tired of the concrete blocks that they're calling traffic. Actual real life vehicles do not behave like that, Giants. Especially not with farm machinery, they tend to get crushed. Or at least poodled out of the way. Whoops. That was forwards, not backwards. Yellow Nathan. Nathan, on Meadowgrove, have a very close look at the road system. I found a lot of areas where there's like roads a bit floaty above others. Just driving around today. Haven't got any pictures of it because I was kind of recording, but there's areas where the roads don't come together flush. See you, man. Peanuts, apples, normal beans would be nice. Yeah, just like things what you need different machinery to harvest, like peas or something, you know, just because Giants want more crops. I'm perfectly fine with that. I wholeheartedly am behind that idea of more crops in the game, but not just. And this is gonna sound a bit weird. As much as I'd love to see oats and stuff in the game, stuff that you need different equipment to plant and or harvest. You know, it's great that Giants have so many different crops that you can harvest with the same equipment. But the problem with that is you've got so many different crops that you only need, we'll say, let's just look at it in terms of seeders and harvesters only. With the Classics pack, you can grow start to finish wheat, barley, canola, soybeans, and harvest them completely fine without any interaction with any other mods or anything else. And that's great and all, but it would be nicer if there was more kind of single-use machinery. As silly as that sounds, you know, it's fantastic that there's so much machinery that you can use in such a versatile manner, but it'd be great if there was stuff that, you know, much like poplars and sugarcane, you need like very specific machinery just for this one crop. That's where I think the game's kind of falling a bit flat right now, is there's so much general equipment that the specialized stuff that is where farming really gets cool, in my eyes. Like, have you guys ever seen a carrot harvester? That thing looks amazing. Or a, you know, an apple harvester. They do exist. Or yeah, any of the specialized equipment looks amazing. Even some of the cotton machinery, it's just harvesters with giant balers on the back that make super bales of cotton that look ridiculous, but you can kind of get why it's happening. Why isn't this stuff in the game? By default, Giants, you're missing out on... Like, you've got the really cool generic stuff that everybody sees, but... Like, for people who maybe work on a farm and want a bit of escapism, that's the stuff they use every day. There's no appeal there for farmers, I don't think. I'm probably wrong here, but... You know, wouldn't it be cool if even farmers could use the game as a form of escapism and use machinery that in real life they'd never even see, never mind use? You know, an olive harvester, which is just a machine that shakes trees and then collects the... then has like a giant upside down umbrella on it. Because that's how you harvest olives. Sandy Bay, my favourite map. It's a map that I've overlooked quite badly. Like, this is the 14th day I've played it single player. Ever. I don't know how I've overlooked it so much. I played it multiplayer back when it was released. Because I had a server back then, but I never actually got around to doing this map single player, and I felt really bad, so I felt like it was about time I did that. I didn't want to just go, okay, now I'm doing a Sandy Bay Let's Play. I want to do something interesting and different, which is kind of lacking in Farm Sim nowadays. We're into that period of the game where everybody's just doing do a let's play on this map. Hello, this is this map. Look at how good it is. I am enjoying this map. La 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 la. Which, you know, that's fine, but it does, for me, great that it's just kind of constantly the same thing, and there's nothing new or interesting that you're doing. Whereas with a challenge map, and I'm going to be doing more of these moving forwards, you put rules in place on day one, and you follow those rules as closely as you possibly can, and suddenly you're having to play the game differently every day. You're having to do stuff that you don't normally even look at. Like, I don't normally manually stack bales, I normally just use an autoloader. Having to manually stack them is different for me. Yeah, having to put stuff away, I usually just abandon it in the field because I'm trying to rush into the next job. Hello, Lone Wolf. Like, I mean, I usually just abandon equipment in the middle of a field because I just want to get on to the next job and keep kind of a high tempo on the streams of, you know, job boom, job boom, job boom. And it... With this, I'm kind of forced to slow down and say, well, I gotta put this away before I can do anything else. I gotta come to a complete halt with, you know, just getting work done and put the bale trailer away. You know, now I've got it with the fast track, because the fastest machine I have, I think. Definitely the best sounding. Well, one of the best sounding. Harvesting today. Tomorrow, gamer gaming. Tomorrow's video is a harvest. On Meadow Grove. So you can look forward to that. So let's set off the wheat, and what else is in storage? The barley is set aside. This should get me positive, actually, in terms of cash. Where am I selling the wheat? The goods depot. Where's the goods depot? Goods depot, goods depot, goods depot. Oh, that's down in the town. Cool! Get to go on a magical mystery tour, because I haven't been down to the town in the longest time. Is that where I am? I mean, I'm streaming with a PC that likes belching out heat, so it's pleasantly warm in here. It's like 15, 16 degrees outside. Actually, let me check. Assuming my phone this time is connected to the internet. It is for once, good lord. It is 20 degrees outside and cloudy. So I guess, yeah, it is warm. Not that it bothers me all that much. You know, it's just a pleasant, I would say summer's day, but it's kind of early spring still, so we might get temperatures that are Spanish in the summer. Good lord! Don't text and drive. It's fine on YouTube. It's fine because like, realistically, you shouldn't talk and drive either. So if you want me to be super safe about this, I can. Can do this. Talk, but it's not safe to talk and drive, Adam. Let's get over to the goods depot. Hello, Brendan. $25 or $27 Celsius. That is too hot. Man would be hot. Hello, Kim. $30 Celsius. No, thank you. It's about 10 degrees too much for me. So according to that, the goods depot is... Oh, there it is. Am I? I'm doing good. We're back positive money-wise, guys. We're up to 5,394 euro dollars. Can I afford... I know that this is kind of going to get old real quick. I can't afford this. Well, that means I get to have a bit of fun. Hello, Fahy. So this stuff is going to go back to the main yard. We're going to pick up the roller. And we're going to go out into the grassland. We'll go out with the Maxim and the roller. We're going to roll some grass. In my opinion, by the way, the old skin is the only skin you'll ever need for that roller, because the new one looks a bit too clean for me. It's something that you could just pop on a map and just abandon wherever. Which is almost tempting, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be good. I'm going to find a spot for it in the yard. Try the grass harrow as well. I could, but I want to use the roller for... That man would just teleported in. I saw that. Maybe I can connect the roller to try... I don't want to do that, look. I will flatten the side grass. Thing is, you're supposed to, from what I've been led to believe, you're supposed to like roll the grass for first cut, which I didn't do, but we'll just pretend that I never did the first cut. And I know that the roller, the way that the script Lone Wolf and Ian put on it, I know the script works by reducing it down to step 1, and I'm really glad now that I didn't do something. Usually I say, oh, I'm annoyed because I didn't do something, didn't do this or didn't do that. Really glad that I didn't swap out the textures from Oakfield now, because it would look a bit derpy me rolling in the grass and it's suddenly turning yellow and dying. You never use rollers, only harrows. In Ireland it's kind of a mix, but primarily rollers because they're cheaper. They're low upkeep. It's a bit of metal with concrete on it. You need to fix your roller, well, just pour a bit more concrete on top of the metal. But boom, you're done. Yep, that was completely the plan. So just leave that there and get into the Maxim. You roll after a seed. You use it on grassland too, Adam. There's more than enough people who have been out rolling the grass recently. Probably will be rolling grass prior to first cut. And from what I understand, the way that rolling works is it just lays the grass down the same direction. So it cuts nicer and it lays down nicer. Instead of it being all over everywhere, it lays down a bit nicer, and kind of as an added bonus, if you roll, this would be my idea here, if you roll the grass, assuming it's dry of course, after you've cut it, you'll be rolling the bits that have been cut and just never got picked up, you'll be rolling them into the ground, so it would act as green fertilizer, or green manure, which is kind of ideal in this kind of era of farming when everything has to be eco-friendly and 7 different types of organic and free range. This is an organic free range Maxim, by the way. I forgot, I never did pick up the corn header. I'll need to bring the combine down here at some point. What GPU do I have? A GTX 980. 4GB, I believe. So let's get this on the go. Working speed is only about 17-18 kilometers an hour, so we'll be rolling up the road. Excuse the pun. What about this speed? We might be able to go a bit faster once we hit the road. Oh, this roller also deletes tire marks, which is kind of interesting. Still out of the ground. It also provides a benefit to the grass, I believe. Yeah, so these roads have been valleyed, and what that means is, if I just pop in under the ground here, you can see a little valley going along under the road. That works basically with the roller to prevent it from sensing that, hey, it's on terrain, which is what kicks it into the working speed. Where did I download the roller? It is on FSUK, guys. Available on FSUK from Frontier Designs, courtesy of Farm now known as Lone Wolf and Ian898. 100% worth getting if you haven't got it yet. You can also get like a new texture on this, but I'm gonna be honest, the old rusted to crap texture looks so much better. It just, I'm biased. It just looks so much nicer. It's got more character. It's got personality to it. I don't see why you'd go with the new texture where you can have one that has so much character. Hello, Hunting and Farming Junior Man. So we're almost up at the field. Very nearly. I'm gonna just real quick hop out of game and do this. Get that and that open. If you are enjoying the stream, guys, can't say you've seen anyone using the new look. Yeah, I think that'll be the most overlooked bit of the mod, is that there is actually a second texture. Which, to be fair, isn't the worst thing to get overlooked. If it had like an amazing feature that nobody managed to find, then yeah, that's a real shame, but just like, it's got a texture that makes it look brand new. Who cares? This is character, this is personality. Let's get into the magical unnumbered field here to roll it down. Where's the roller from? It's from FSUK. Every farm needs some character. Exactly. And what we're doing here, as you can maybe make out, is we're fertilizing. Because this is, the way the game sees it, a weeder. Maybe it isn't the best map to show this off, because I know the terrain on Sandy Bay isn't the greatest. It's not the smoothest in the world, but a fantastic piece of equipment that you should maybe look at getting, guys. If you don't have it yet, why not? If you want a set of grassland harrows, there is a set after being released on the mod hub today. I feel like your chat's ignored purposefully sometimes. You're wrong. I ignore all chats well, I ignore all chats equally. I'll look over, and if there's something that I see that I can respond to straight away, quickly, that's the one that I'll read out. Why not put it on the low loader, up and away? Because the low loader, I'd need to swap it back over to low loader config. The new texture costs more. I mean, yeah, that's kind of an additional... Does it actually cost more for the new texture? Hang on. Yeah, why would you more than double the price just for it to look not as good? I mean, I get there's some people who have this fascination with only the new things ever. But yeah, no. I'm gonna take the beautiful old looking rusted to crap one. I know it'll never happen, but it'd be amazing if FarmSim had like an option of everything being rusted to crap in FS19 or FS21 or whenever. Can I play in first person? I'm sure I could if I wanted to. But with rolling, especially with the way FarmSim works, it's a lot easier to play third person and just eye in the sky it. So that I don't miss too much. Hey, Ian. Don't see many farms. I don't see any with everything brand new, Dan. Like, this is an equipment combination I'd probably see more often than a quote-unquote proper weeder on a brand new tractor. Is a tractor from the 80s and or 90s pulling a rusted to crap roller, because that's the cheapest option. See you, Massey. Just subscribed? Well, thank you very much, Sandra. Same with traders? Yeah. Like, farms around here do not make much money, so they do not spend much money. So they have old tractors for the most part. Which are a bit more expensive to run in terms of repairs, but cheaper in terms of, hey, look, I'm not spending €100,000 on a new tractor. I want a new machine, well, I'm gonna buy one second hand because I don't have the money for a new one. I don't feel like remortgaging my house. It's hard to do in first person. It's easy to do some things first person. This is hard to do in first person. Because there's no point of reference for where your last pass was. Because this deletes the tire tracks as well. Where am I from? County Tipperary, Ireland. You don't like buying second hand, especially tractors. There's plenty of people who do. More than enough to keep a second-hand market going. This roller is one of the joys of the farm sim community because I don't think Giants would ever put something like this in that would work the way this does. Simply because I don't think Giants understand how rollers work. And they definitely wouldn't put something in this rusted and this unloved looking. Which makes it look more loved, comically. I always find like the rustier a mod looks, the more love and attention it's got. Because like the rust is attention to detail. In my eyes. I know some people don't like rusted looking tractors. I do. I love them. Hello, EJ. EJ stealing Fahy's joke. Older equipment's easier to fix. Exactly. And the older something is, the more likely it is there's third-party parts after being manufactured. So even parts costs are lower. I love this thing. That's kind of the thing. Well, move is like yeah, it looks like crap in a good way. There's a good way to say this. It looks like crap because I mean just look at how much rust this has. This has just been abused. This has lived a long life of abuse and use. But if I were to get out of the tractor and just come down to the textures real quick and look at them in detail, the normal map matches and the specular map matches where the rust is. That's not easy to do. That took a lot of time and a lot of effort, and you know the extra texturing on the rust here would have taken a lot of effort. So it's not like it's just, you know, oh, you put an extra texture on top and boom, rust. No, it's a lot more effort gone into that than there would have been the new texture. Or something that looked brand spanking shiny new and it was just completely flat, like a lot of stuff you'll see coming from people who prioritize consoles before PCs with mods. And that's a perfectly viable way to mod. I always find those mods aren't as detailed or as maybe loved, but they still look good, they still work. You just wanted to... I mean, I'm glad he did, because it looks legit. It looks like a roller that's been used and abused for many, many years. Or just abused for 1 year. We used to have a roller, I think it might still be out there in the back garden. A hand roller, and I remember when I was young. I haven't seen it since. I think it's like in some long grass rusting away, or possibly completely rusted away at this point. And it looked almost exactly like this. Like the roller wheel had, I'm sure it had paint at one point, or was nice and clean metal, and it was just rusted to crap. You're watching on your TV. Gotta love my face close up. Oh dear. Hello, Mike. How's my day? It's going good, Callum. For the most part. It's gonna be a long day. It's gonna be a long ass day because I need to get to Thursday's video recorded. I need to get a thumbnail for tomorrow's video because I completely forgot to do that. I need to render and upload tomorrow's video and hopefully render Thursday's video at the same time, which means my computer is going to sound like a vacuum for half the night. Why don't some of your Microsoft allow scripts? Because this is the excuse. I don't think it's a viable reason, but this is the excuse. And I can see why they think so. Scripts are outside of their control. They don't know what the script does, and therefore it could be used to introduce a virus. to the Sony or Microsoft ecosystem of consoles. And it is more Sony doing this than Microsoft, but they both kind of have a part to play here. And that's why there's no mods, there's no scripts on consoles. Just unless Giants were to go the Seasons route and literally put it into the game, which with Seasons that took 6 months, so Giants can't exactly do that with every mod, or every script. And the scripts that work with tractors, like IC, like all this stuff, they all have to be pretty much in with the tractor, so they'll work in the first place. Is there an update to Metagrove? There will be Llama King. It's not out yet. Well, yeah, most of the Giants QA team don't have a clue what scripts do. Don't have a clue. Some of them don't have a clue what scripts are. And the news broke today. I don't know if you saw it, Ian, or anybody here. FS19 is the first farm sim game in history to have a full QA team behind it. Which kind of explains some of the weird derpiness that's happened in the past with the release versions, like the floaty feel to the tractors that has just always traditionally been a thing. And some of the weird little bugs. What's a QA team? Quality assurance. QA team basically is guys who are very, very picky with stuff. It's like, you'll often hear me saying, I don't like this mod because reason. That's me doing QA on the mods that I choose. I like to assure a certain level of quality with the mods I use. Now my quality level and quality control might be slightly higher than other people's, it's slightly lower than both Bill's. Lucy, that's awesome. Yeah, Listertan announced in Giants Discord today, so that's news that should be applauded, because it should mean FS19 will be the highest quality farm sim game yet, and hopefully have the fewest release day bugs. Yeah, it's amazing they now have that in the budget. The downside is, I think they need to stretch the budget a bit more. I've said this in private, I'm just going to say this publicly, and I'm not going to name names. One or two of the mods over on Giants Forum have got a bit too big for the boots, and have got let the power that has seemingly gone unchecked over there get to their heads, and they kind of think of themselves as gods, and it just caused trouble now. Now, Listertan is, in theory, in charge of the Giants Forum, but Listertan's also in charge of all the social media, and the Discord, and some of the marketing, and meeting with... Listertan's job is so spread out that he can't fairly and reasonably be expected to control a quite large forum for what is at this point at least a AA game. And the Discord and social media and some of the marketing and this and that and the other and everything that falls under his job description. Yeah, AA used to be a thing, Massey. I'm just gonna veer off my little tangent for a second to answer Massey's question. AA used to be a thing. It's kind of coming back now, where it's not quite top tier Call of Duty games, but it's not an indie game at the same time. It's kind of a... I thought Lizardtan was a girl. Nope, Lizardtan's a dude, and I know his name. Lizardtan is most... Lizardtan has an epic beard. Yeah, AA is smaller than AAA, bigger than indie, which is basically single A. But what I feel like Giants should do is hire even part-time for, you know, maybe 3-4 hours a day, a dedicated forum manager just to, number one, lighten Lizardtan's workload and get everything else up to a super high amazing standard. Because if the game's going to be fully QA'd, you want everything to be nice and shiny and a good standard. And as well as that, just to keep the forum in check and to kind of not have the forum moderators have effectively unlimited power, or not have them go on power trips, and not have them sending personal attacks to people or attacking people in various threads and stuff like that. And that's something that I've seen over the last 24 hours. I'm not going to name names, I'm not going to name a topic, I'm not going to name anything, but I've seen it happening, and it's a real shame. I think Giants need to, and Lizardtan needs to kind of bring that to the attention of whoever's in charge of money. Mentioning no names. I'm not mentioning names. Only Lizardtan, who's... Like, I'm not saying that's his fault. He's got way too much on his plate. In my eyes. Like, I ain't gonna blame Lizardtan. He's got too much on his plate as is. Which is why I listed off all the stuff that he's in charge of. It's not his failure, it's kind of a failure of the way the game has suddenly gone huge in the last 4 years. And part of that success is down to Lizardtan. Hello, Landy. Because when Lizardtan came on, or when... What's the beef? Delicious. I'm not going into detail with it, Glengar. Landy, you know what I'm on about. Failure of time, yes. Because he can't dedicate all the time he'd need to get everything running perfectly to everything that maybe needs time. Because he's got so much on his plate. His plate is full, it is overflowing. There is food falling to the floor. I don't own this field. I know I don't own this field. I'm not trying to do that field. Stop shouting at me, game. I'm just trying to. I'm moving the game. I'm moving the roller. Stop shouting at me. I'm moving the. Thank you. Never enough time ever. Yes, this is true. Hello, Gethin. I'm moving the game. No, stop this nonsense. You have to do everything. Some things. Yeah. That's the failure I'm on about. Is like, he doesn't have enough time to do everything he needs. He maybe should. I'm not gonna say needs to. Should do, or could do. I think there's one thing he should do. Roller also check. Yeah. Yeah, unintended consequence. It's a field depth tester at 18 kilometers an hour. Gets me shouting at inanimate objects again. Seems like every stream boils down to me shouting at some random inanimate object. So we're going to destroy all the grass on this field because I want to roll it. Totally legitimate farming. Hello, Thomas. Any stunts today? Did I do any stunts? I don't think I did any stunts. I stacked 4 bales high on the front of the 390T, which was kind of impressive, but it didn't start doing any weird flips, so... Fertilize, not destroy. I'm producing green manure, is what I'm doing. See, by this method, I'm pushing the grass down and forcing it to grow faster. Yeah, if you get the message you don't know the field, just try it from a different direction. You can trick the field devs. The new map look perfect field Fs. I'd expect nothing less. Day 1 of testing. Dave goes on a rampage with the roller. Screw your ridiculous testing machines, Ian. I'm using the roller. I'll also be able to check if the roads are sufficiently steamrolled. Even if I'm not on the testing crew for that, I'll still go around the map day 1 with a roller. So let's test all the field Fs. Even though they've already been thoroughly tested by the Frontier team. The roller of almighty judgment. I swear, all I seem to do is cause chaos with Frontier designs, and that I'm completely fine with this. Whee! Shamrock Valley at testing stage. I don't believe so. I think it's still quite a while off being at the testing stage. Come to think of it, I can do this bit in cab, because I just need to follow where the destroyed grass is to know where I've been already. I think Bill's... well, that makes sense, because Bill's kind of the field F expert. I mean, we all know how much he loves doing field Fs. I mean... He's got, what, 70 odd fields on Lone Oak that have all got full definitions. So he clearly loves doing it. There's nothing he enjoys more. Hello, Pablo, your new sub. Well, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome, 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 welcome. OCD and patience. And for Bill, a lack of legs, apparently. And his modding hat. Fun fact for everybody: when Bill Bill's working on a map, he doesn't wear any unusual clothes. He just puts on a top hat. It makes him feel important, and suddenly makes him so much better at mapping. That's what was wrong with Cobra V1, is he forgot his top hat. He'd misplaced it. It was in a box somewhere, and he found it afterwards, which is why everything's been fine since. Puts the chef hat on. I mean, that goes on top of the top hat. He's just got a series of hats that he wears. A top hat, the ultimate tool for a modder. Or pajamas, apparently. Occasionally pajamas, as it might turn out. Take his hat for Donetsk. That's been abandoned, Adam. That ain't happening. I'll work on a new map for FS19, which means I gotta relearn how to make a DEM, which is fantastic. It's been like 2 years or so since I last did it. Yeah. Legendary Gaming, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. Dams are quite easy to do. Yeah, if memory serves, I used Bullet Bill's tutorial on how to do it, because with a few tweaks, it ends up with good results, and he gave me a few hints and tips on how to get his tutorial working even better than it did last time, because I ended up with giant peaks as the trees. I had forgotten to do some tweaks to values, so hopefully next time that won't need as much heavy smoothing. If you are enjoying the stream, guys, hit the like button. We're aiming at 50 likes. We got 53 people here, and I have no idea how many likes we're on. You might be later than normal. Well, I can't go any later than 7. Realistically, I need to get videos sorted for Thursday still, and hopefully Friday if I've got the extra bonus time. 44, that's not bad. Only 6 likes away. But I've got to, I have no choice but to record tonight and have a chat with I might as well say his name because you guys don't know him. Might as well have a chat with Connor as well. Just you know, letting everyone else know. That's fine. I was being very vague with the pajamas references. And then Ian just comes in with Matt PJX. Or PJS. Oh dear. Massey, if that's you, you might not last very long with a name like that. CD models modding anymore. I have no idea, and after my last interaction with him, you guys might have noticed that I've stopped using his mods. I don't want to cause trouble. I ain't using his mods anymore on the channel, in private, or whatever. I don't care. I just don't want trouble. If he wants to continue having beef with me, that's fine, but I don't particularly care myself. I've seen the nickname. I'm presuming it was him that gave it to me. I don't care because Landy and Sim call me that constantly in TeamSpeak. They call me much worse than TeamSpeak. Roast beef? I ain't roasting them. I've got no beef. I just don't care enough to have beef with him. Like, .4D because he's, I don't know, there's people saying that it is CD, that it's not, but it's somebody that works with CD closely. I don't know, and I don't care. I'm not going to use his mods either, just to keep it on the safe side from having trouble and shenanigans going on in a stream that'll derail everything. I think I've covered the CD thing now, so I mean, blah. Did he announce? He announced that he was working with .4D. I don't know what the actual story is, CG. Nor do I care enough to dig into it. Again, it's a... You have your dinner. Very nice, Landy. Hello, SFTN. Why am I rolling the field? Because I got 3-stage fertilization on, and this is getting up to 2nd stage. Also, I wanted to use the roller, Kevin. This is Lone Wolf's roller, and Ian's actually. Lone Wolf and Ian work together on a lot of mods. They made the wonderful Albert Bale, not Bale, Bag Fork over on FSUK. They made this roller as well, also available on FSUK. They work together for a lot of Bale and Oxygendavid's maps, hence why they're both Frontier designs. And they're all around nice guys. Lots of mods here today and modders. Yeah, these are the circles I'm in now. It's just modders everywhere. It's got to the point where I'm almost surprised Bullet Bill hasn't shown up, or MadXJS. Tom X hasn't been around in a while. I'm guessing he's busy with work and or exams or stuff. My streams have just gone from... I remember when I started streaming, it was like 2 people and one of them was always Fahy. Like Fahy, Pedro, somebody who I haven't seen in a long time around the channel, and a few others that kind of popped in and out. And now it's gone from, like, literally one day I had no viewers at all for an hour. Doesn't it give you a better harvest? Yes. My streams have gone from like 1, 2, 4, 5 people at most, 0 some days, to right now 60 people, and that's insane. It's truly insane. And you guys know sometimes I get salty and blah and depresso, but that's when I forget where I started, with literally nobody in streams occasionally. And I'm now here with kind of averaging 50-55 people in streams. 50 used to be a huge stream for me, and now it's just kind of an average. You know, I'm looking at 70-80 as being big. And hell, who knows where things will be in a year's time. The channel may or may not be around. I don't know. One like to 50, we're at 49 like. Come on guys, hit the like button. We've got 55 people here. We can get way past 50 right now if everybody hit the like button, if you are enjoying, of course. If you're new here, you haven't joined the Madhouse already, feel free to subscribe. Free of charge, of course. And you can view the daily mayhem as I break farm sim in new and interesting ways. Which I've not run out of ways to break farm sim yet, and I doubt I ever will. I remember seeing a few milestones live. Almost every channel milestone I've managed to hit live, and that's kind of a source of pride for me. That, like, 1,000 subs I hit live, 5,000 I hit live. Do I know what a twin cam is? Yes, it's a Toyota AE86. The only reason it's called a twin cam is because it's got double cams, and that's one of the main advertising points of it. It's actually a Toyota AE86. I mean, yeah, there is a limit on how much you can change your YouTube username, guys. For those of you that enjoy derping about it. Do I know Mark Armstrong? I've spoken to him a few times. I haven't spoken to him in a while, but yeah, I do know who he is. Well, I've spoken to him. What's the limit? I don't know, but there is one. With a new farm sim, with every new game, there's more things to break, and I'll find them and I'll break them. Usually not intentionally. It's not a case of I go out of my way to break things. It's just I play and things break and it all goes wrong, and I don't know what to do when things break sometimes, even though it happens constantly. Moonbot still think, no, that's I ported basically that thing over to Twitch, and I haven't been able to stream on Twitch lately because I've been doing everything at bad times for myself. Like I've been waking up way too late and basically jumping into stream almost immediately after breakfast, and then after stream it's dinner time, and then after dinner I record and upload and stuff like that. And it's just mayhem trying to get everything sorted and try and find a couple hours where I can stream to Twitch before people go to bed. I could like do a quiet stream on Twitch, I guess. Is that my sister in the background? I don't think so. Last I heard she was in Offaly. It's probably my mother shouting at the cat. I'm gonna guess the cat's doing something dumb again. He's got a wonderful habit of climbing the stairs and just sitting outside of bedrooms. He did it like 5 or 6 times the other day. But no, RainbowDave has been moved over to Twitch. Twitch.tv/RainbowDave. I will try and start getting up earlier and earlier and earlier to get videos recorded during the day and stream to Twitch for a couple hours, chill stream at night. Maybe even chill stream during the day, I don't know, it depends on how things are going. If I can get far enough ahead, I will be able to stream during the day as well. All cats do around you is crap on your lawn. The cats in the back garden, they just keep getting pregnant. And it's getting really annoying because we got too many cats as it is, and there's more being born every year. There's at least, well, at most I don't know how to phrase this correctly. At last count, there were 2, maybe 3 live kittens from this year's litter. But one of the cats was still pregnant. I don't know if the second cat has had her litter yet. She tends to be a couple of weeks delayed from the first one, so I'm gonna guess she's gonna be pregnant for another week or 2, and then there'll be a second litter, which is more kittens, and bleh. We don't go out of the way. This is gonna sound mean. We don't go out of our way to keep the kittens alive. They're outdoor cats. They're basically wild. If the kittens ain't strong enough to survive, they ain't strong enough to survive. As mean as that is, like, we're just letting nature take its course with a lot of it. We do feed them. We do feed the cats. We're not cruel. But if the kittens don't survive, they don't survive. That's the way we look at it. Yeah, survival of the fittest, and they'll have more kittens, and that's more problems for us down the line. Natural selection, exactly, Annis. You gotta go. See you, Legendary Gaming. You don't like cats anyway? I actually do kind of like them. I'm warming to them. I used to always be a dog person, but I find cats are a lot less annoying. They're a lot less attention hungry at times. They can be a lot more attention hungry at times, but kind of. Cat Wars directed by Dave. No. 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 That. Cats less annoying? Yes, because they're not constantly climbing on you, looking for attention. Dogs are. Cats... Some cats. Most of the cats we've kind of adopted as our own and liked are the cats... Well, the kind of cats we like the most are the kind that will come in, lay down on the couch and go to sleep for 4 hours. That's a good cat. Then they'll come over and look for a bit of attention, go back over to the couch and fall asleep for 2 hours. That's a cat I can get behind. Your dog is trained. Something that a lot of dog owners don't tend to do anymore is train their dogs not to do dumb stuff. Which is really annoying. And too many of them have yappy dogs that they never train to not constantly bark. Which, if you notice, whenever I got my window open, which I don't today, you'll quite often hear a dog yapping. That's usually the dog from 2 doors down. Or 3 doors down. Should be a dog license. There is! The rollers get, yeah, the rollers bring it back down to growth stage 1 JMF, which is... I'm not sure if it's a downside or not, to be honest. Because what it's doing at the same time is it's fertilizing, so... Is it giving 2 stages at once, actually? Out of curiosity? Because it's technically mowing the grass at the same time. Oh my god, it is! I've min-maxed grass. That's giving 2 fertilizer stages at once. So, if you want to min-max grass with 3-stage fertilization, mow it for 1 stage, let it grow, and then roll it for 2 stages for free. Apparently. I don't know if that's intentional or not, but if it's not, that is an amazing side effect. If it is, that is an amazing feature. This I can get behind. It's already fertilized. It had 1 stage because I mowed it. This is 2 stages for free, Glengar. Because if you look, that's stage 2 in the middle here, and outside is stage 3. Look at this. This is stage 1 in the middle, and that's stage 3 everywhere else. So this might take a bit longer than going around with a sprayer twice, but it's a one-off payment. Do you have to fertilize every growth stage or just once? With normal fertilization, so the way that the fertilization works, mowing grass gets you 1 fertilization step. If you've got chopped straw or anything, cultivating that in will get you 1 fertilization step. Spraying will get you 1 fertilization step. Spreading solid fertilizer will get you 1 fertilization step. But you can't put 2 steps in 1 day. And you can have just 1 stage fertilization, which means you just mow grass and it's magically fertilized and doesn't ever need to be plowed. Which is fine. But the way this is working is I mow the grass for 1 stage, and then I let it grow up like this, and I roll it, and that's magically 2 bonus stages. There's an extra stage that shouldn't exist happening. Because it's technically mowing the grass again. Except there's no... Like, it's destroying the grass, but it's laying down 2 fertilizers at the same time. 2-stage makes some sense. It doesn't. That's the thing. Like, this is just a weeder. It should only be 1 fertilization. In fact, it shouldn't even work at this rate. It shouldn't work with the grass as grown as it is, but it does. Which suddenly has made this possibly the most worthwhile thing you can buy in Farm Sim if you do a lot of grass work. And we'll say in a multiplayer session, I don't know if this is multiplayer friendly, so don't bug me if it's not. Bug Lone Wolf and Ian. Say in multiplayer, if you got 6 or 7 people, you get them out with small tractors and a roller. Bada bing, bada boom. I'm forgetting that's... Yes, it's probably the script getting it up to full fertilization. But it's... still like more worthwhile than spraying because it's a one-off payment. This is the way I play Farm Sim. I'm like, what's the most easy way to get money? Is to not spend money. It's intentional. Ah. See, I like this more now. I'm kind of curious if the grass harrow will do the same thing. But this, yeah. This is a good way to min-max. Bit of a shame you can't just hook a buttload of them up together. Go ham. With this ridiculous wide swath of rollers just hanging off the back of a tractor. Why did I try and turn it off? It is a bit of a shame you can't go ham with like 10 of these in a row hanging off the back of a single tractor. Which would be hilarious. Incredibly efficient, but hilarious. Could easily draw. Yes, you could. You could draw stuff. You're at school. You should probably pay attention to your teacher, Barb, instead of watching a stream. Unless you're at, like, lunch break or something, in which case, hello. Proper bargain. Yep. Probably one of the most cost-effective mods you can get. Because, like, it's $1.50. Or what was it? $12.50 for this? $12.50 for this in old config. Like, 4,000 with new. And you can get infinite grass from this. Playing seasons, that would make more sense. Yeah, well, yeah. It dislikes. It's probably because I brought up the CD thing earlier. So that I don't plan on using any of his mods or 4D's mods, which, bleh. If it annoys people that much, so be it. Hello, Rob. Landy, you're gonna have a fun stream. Rob's awake already. The streams are very good. I like to think they are. Well, I like to think my streams are pretty good. So that's me. That's me saying, oh, my thing is very good. Watch my thing. Of course I'm going to say that. It benefits me. Glengarran Mods, could you grab the link to today's video, please? To spam at the end of the stream. I really should put it into my stream deck at some point. But I keep forgetting. And I'd probably be too lazy to change it daily anyway, so... Blah 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 blah. No! Yet, Yanis! Good lord. Wait until I'm actually signing off. I was just telling you to get ready. Yana's trigger happy today. Good grief. I can get link. Here we go. Why some chat on stream but not chat with a live chat on? I have no idea, Massey. I've got live chat enabled and I'm seeing, I don't know if everything that I'm seeing on my screen is on stream as well, but blah. I'm looking through the dashboard so I can hopefully see more than you guys can. Or the same things you guys can. I may finish this field off camera. Because I'm really enjoying using this roller, and I know that this is incredibly slow and potentially boring. You don't see Yanis in chat, but you see him on stream. That's a bit odd, Massey, because he's showing up fine in my chat. I need gas. I don't need gas, I need diesel. These things don't run off gas, they run off diesel. Rob in his weird imaginary country, good lord. It needs tractor juice. Yes, that's another way of putting it. He can't, from what he said, Klinger, it looks like he can't see him in the YouTube chat, but he can see him on screen. Petrol? No, this would be diesel. This isn't an old tractor. This thing would run off diesel. I know some of the oldest tractors ran off kerosene. And some do run off gas. Granted, New Holland have a methane-powered tractor. Or methane, depending on how you want to pronounce it. I don't think there's much of a difference. Very strange. Yeah, I've never heard of that happening. YouTube is having weird bug times again. Although I will say, I'm going to give props to YouTube for something. The YouTube team account, or Team YouTube account on Twitter, is suddenly replying to a lot more people and really active. So I'm guessing they got a few new employees who are very eager to do their job well. New Holland also have a water power tractor. Oh, you mean the hydrogen fuel cell one? Yeah. That's a technology that hopefully within the next 20 years or so will be coming online mainstream, because I would actually love a hydrogen fuel cell powered car. I don't nag for donations. See, the thing is, Kai, I'm gonna actually address the donations thing. There are some people on YouTube who are in it for the money, and while currently YouTube is my sole form of income and donations are very much appreciated, I'm not the kind of person that's going to be like, donate to me please because you won't get anything but I'll be happy. It's like, if you feel like I'm worth some of your money, then great, you know, I'll accept it, but there's a part of me that would kind of prefer you to give it to charity. Because with a charity, more people might benefit from the same amount of money than, you know, if you just gave it to me. Why am I deleting the grass? Because this would bring it up to full fertilization, so I'll actually get more grass for my grass, Jamie. This is just knocking it down to growth stage 1, but giving it 3 stages of fertilization, which is awesome. I do plan on using this thing on Cobra very soon as well, if I decide to continue that series. I don't know. I've got to make some decisions about that soon. Because I've got a buttload of off-camera work to do if I want to continue it, and if I don't, I need to come up with a new idea. There's a lot of hydrogen fuel cell cars out there kind of in testing. Well, yeah, and it's not the in-game roller. It's not just deleting everything. Which is that's one of the dumber things that Giants decided, is like the roller will magically delete everything. That's not how it works. What does a harrow do? Well, what a grass harrow does, and that's what is on the mod hub, is it just picks up the stray bits of hay and weeds and stuff. It's effectively a glorified weeder. And it kind of rips the grass a bit to get it to, when you mow it, it'll kind of be pre-treated. Rollers from FSUK, by the way. If you're looking for it, head on over to FSUK. PC only, unfortunately. Or fortunately, it's got a beautiful script in it that works perfectly with seasons, according to Ian. It's intended for seasons, so I'm using it against recommendations, so screw it. It will be used in a season's Let's Play that I do in the future, though. Whether it's on Colborough or on a different map, I don't know, but I will do something involving seasons and some extra mods. I don't know. It might be the next challenge. I might do a video challenge. I don't know. That'd be kind of interesting to do a video-only challenge. Do everything against recommendations, yeah. Will I cut the grass beside the lighthouse? No, because I don't see the point in doing that. I might do it and, like, delete it, but I don't see the point in doing it and keeping it. Hello, Thurintios. Although I would need to get a mower that will just straight up delete grass if I did that. I should do Shamrock Valley as a realistic series. I have plans for Shamrock Valley, Morton. Don't you worry. As soon as I knew that map was going to be made. And I knew a bit before you guys. I'm in the loop, as they say. As soon as I heard about that map, I just instantly had a plan in my mind. Just sometimes maps, when I even hear about them, I just get, this is what I'll do. This is my plan for this map. It's not against recommendations. Yes, it is, Ian. It's totally against recommendations. You told me not to use it like this, but I'm still using it like this. That game has been brought forward. What game? Rob, stop with the random, just... You gotta be more specific when you say stuff like that. Like, what was it, yesterday you asked, or Sunday you asked if I'd seen the race. There were about 12 different races on that day. You gotta be more specific with your questions, Rob, because... or even with your statements, because I don't know what you're talking about. Something special about Canada, I know what it is. Crash Bandicoot. Okay, see, that, now I know what you're talking about. You can't just say, that game has been brought forward, because there's literally thousands of games. Have I... No, see, a proper Rob question is, hey Dave, did you see the thing? Did you hear about the thing, Dave? What thing? It's going to 29th of June. That's not been... I could have sworn it was coming at the end of June anyway. Thurintias, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. And be a bit more careful what you say in chat. You got a bit of a time out there because you were very vague and that. But that is going to do it for today, guys. Because I need to record Thursday's video. Because I think I might be AFK tomorrow. I'm not entirely sure. Landy's live. Fantastic. Perfect timing. So you can either watch today's video, which Yanis and Glengar are going to link to you guys now. Like the awesome moderators they are. Or you can go over to watch Landy. You can queue up the video or something for later. I don't know. I don't mind. But I encourage you to watch today's video. A bit of fun doing some mowing and stuff on Meadowgrove. I'll leave you guys by saying I've been RainbowDave, you've been watching Farming Simulator 17 on the Sandy Bay Challenge. Hope you enjoyed the stream. If you did, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe on your way out. Until next time, stay safe and goodbye.